What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of a ball comparison. We have a new Roto Grip release called the Attention Star coming out in February, and from what I'm hearing, this ball is looking like it's going to be very similar to the shape that the X2 had when that ball was in the line, but then it was discontinued. So today, fortunately I have an X2 that I drilled last year for the PBA 50 Tour, so now I'm going to do a comparison of both of those balls to see if they're very close, or maybe the colors of the covers make them a little bit different. So before we get into this, make sure you do that thing, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications so you know my content hits the internet. So before we do that, let's see how these balls are drilled. I drilled these balls very similar to each other since they were talking about how the X2 this Attention Star was going to be a replacement for the X2. So we went, if you saw my video, it's going to be 5 by 4 1/4 by 2 3/4 VLS layout. Okay, and then the X2 is almost exactly the same thing. It's going to be 5 by 4 1/2 by 2 3/4 VLS layout. Hopefully with the numbers on these two bowling balls with the cores on the inside, even though they're two different cores, but the covers are supposed to be the same, we're going to see if there's a different ball motion for these two. The X2 for me was very, very clean, very sharp down lane. I really had to take the polish off it just to get it to be a little bit earlier, and kind of blend the wet, the oil to the dry a lot better for me, so I can actually use it. My Attention Star, if you saw my video on that, my ball review, I have not touched the surface on that yet, so we were just throwing frames with it and gonna let it calm down and take the polish off all by itself. All right, let's get on the lanes and see what's going on. Now I did just get done doing the Attention Star video on the same pair, so if you saw that video, I was pretty deep, so we're gonna start a little deeper than when I was on that pair because they are breaking down a little bit even though I'm the only one on the pair. This pair was a little bit earlier than normal today. They are hooking already. I just sat for a couple minutes and this pair is hooking a lot. But you can see with the Attention Star, I'm really liking it. It is, for me, I think, the shape they're going for, it replaces the type of shape that from the X2. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of use out of the X2 bowling on 50 Tour and Lee because that cover was so clean. The first one I didn't really drill right. I didn't like how I drilled it. But this second one, I really like the layout that's on it. And that's a big part of these bowling balls. When they're the cleaner ones, I got to drill them a little bit stronger, I believe. And when they're the stronger balls, I got to drill them a little bit weaker. But now that I've gotten all these, drilled so many balls in the last couple years, we're finally learning. All right, let me throw another shot, make a better one, because we don't need no Greek church. All right, I'm gonna have to start coming around it a little bit to get the ball to get down the lane. Look, I mean, we are deep already, guys, deep already. All right, let me throw another one. There we go, up. Bad shot. See, now we're getting too deep. I'm throwing it too far to the right. I don't know if this is the right pair to even do this on because it's a little early today. Let me make better shots and not throw it so steep in the front. Kind of use it the way I want to use it. Hopefully here we can throw it. Really digging the colors on this ball. It really has some pop off the shelf. And yep, it's double hooking. Still throwing a little bit of the right because they are hooking so early, so I'm trying to get the ball to shape the right way. But yeah, let's move a lot deeper. With this being a little bit of stronger asymmetrical pearl, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be above virtual energy, kind of like what I mentioned in my ball review, and maybe kind of right around where the infinite physics was. But we'll have to see when the 50 Tour gets started in a couple weeks. There we go. All right, here we go. That was a lot better. I'm really liking it. It is, like I said, I came here in the morning, it is fresh. I did the ball review on the Attention Star on this lane. The other lane has a little bit of carry down, so that ball, it's not really coming off the back of the end the right way that I would like to showcase it. But we're gonna throw one more shot and then I'll switch over to the X2. I'm really glad I'm out here today to showcase that, these lanes, they are hooking earlier today. So I can really showcase the shape of these balls. Sometimes we get some carry down, or they're just tighter down lane for me, and I just can't really showcase the ball shape the right way. Oh, that's a bad one, see? There it is. Got a little more left in the oil because I'm the only one here, and that one ball just skated down the lane. But that's probably because it is new. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it is new. It has polish on it still. I really got to make sure I roll it on the lane and let it blend the wet dry if I am going to play far left in the puddle like that. All right, one more time and I'll throw the X2. probably, now that I've done the ball review and now I'm doing this video, we are going to probably scratch this ball up a little bit to help me out. When I ball on the 50 tour, there is a little more oil in the front than I'm seeing right now. So that'll help out. All right, come around it a lot more. There we go. There we go. See, it came around it, finally got in the oil. Even though it wasn't sharp off the dry, I kind of blended it and it was a little more forward. I'm gonna throw the X2 a couple times, that way we can showcase that ball and see how much different that is. Now with this X2, it doesn't have any polish on it. I took it off with like 1,000, then I hit it with 2,000 by hand. So but it is a little bit shinier too. So, and I have some games on it, so I'm more comfortable with it than the Attention Star. We'll see. Let's see how the difference in the shape is. Staying in the same spot. And it is just it's, even though I took the polish off it with that shape, it is a little bit earlier because I took the polish off, and it's a little more forward, kind of like what I like. But I can see it down lane, digging into the dry, and wanting to come off the spot, where the Attention Star, I almost got to be a little bit more precise with it right now, with the out of the box surface. All right, let me throw it again. Throw a better shot. This lane is forcing me left to right today, which is all right. This is kind of where I would probably use these bowling balls, in this part of the lane, not really far to the right, like it's do some of the other ones. More like that. So now I got the right angles and stuff. It's blending the wet dry, and you can see it was a lot sharper off of that shot. So we're gonna throw a couple more times. I'm gonna move more left, see if I can get steeper if it comes off the spot the right way, where the Attention Star was a little bit wiggling down lane. Move up, I gotta go a little slower. I don't have enough rev rate to really get it back, so we're lucky that the lanes they're hooking a little bit more today than normal. There we go. Like that. I was slower, got on the lane a little bit earlier, moving in more oil. That was rounder, still quick, but it's still rounder than the last shot. All right, now I'm gonna go back to the Attention Star and throw that in there, and try to throw it the same way, a little slower, get on the lane a little bit earlier, and make it shape. All right, last time I threw it right out the door, never really came off the dry the right way. It was like confused. Hopefully we can make this one shape the right way, kind of like the X2. Like that. So it could be the core, it could be the cover. Even though the covers are the same, could be a little bit of the polish. That one was, the X2 is a little more forward and a little more angular in a sense, where that one's a little bit rounder, but still wants to have that forward motion when it's going to the pocket. That was a pretty good shot. All right, one more time. Same thing, a little slower, kind of roll it more, give it time to make its shape. There we go. Ouch, that hurts. Can't throw it any better than that one, right? That's just the way it is. All right, guys, one more time, and we'll wrap this thing up. As you see between the two, they are a little different. One is digging in the dry a little bit earlier because I took the polish off it. This one's going just slightly longer, a little pushing just a little bit more. But they are, if you had the X2 and don't have another one, and I really recommend getting this Attention Star. They're very similar. You drill them almost the same way as you had, you drill this one the same way as you had the layout on the X2. It's probably going to basically replace that ball. All right, one more time, we'll finish this up. Oh, that's really around it, but that's all right. All right, guys, really around that one, but that's okay. All right, there's my comparison review of the new Roto Grip Attention Star coming to your pro shop in February, when I compare that to the ball that is supposed to kind of take its place with the shape and the line for the Roto Grip line, the X2. All right, make sure you do that thing, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that bell for notifications so you know my content hits the internet. All right, peace out.